Welcome back, everybody, to the MT2 Leadership Growing Leadership blog. This is day number 3, and I've got the green screens down behind me because today I've been involved with the John Maxwell team and their think tank, or excuse me, their leadership game day, in helping run the booth and sit in and help teach people about the leadership game. The leadership game is one of the most powerful tools I have and fun tools I have when I go inside a company and work with them in helping them to see themselves. The game is based off of John Maxwell's principles of leadership and his many books. But what John and the team did, they put together this card game where I'm able to go in and sit down with a group of the leaders in the organization and kind of do a deep dive into that organization to look for problems, to look for solutions to help grow that company and help grow it as a team. The game is basically, so a little quick demonstration here. The game has a series of cards, different colors, one on leadership, organization, personal leadership, followers, and then trigger cards. And throughout the course of the game, you roll dice and you choose a colored card based on the color of the die. And then the members of sitting at the table get to read the card and then answer the question or a challenge question to somebody else, or make a statement about what they believe about what's on the card. And again, all the cards are based off of John Maxwell's leadership principles. And this becomes a very powerful tool to sit down either with the CEO or owner of the company sitting at the table with us, or in some cases, he or she does not come to the table, and I'm allowed to sit with members of the organization and answer the questions. Both of those methods are really insightful for that company to learn maybe where they have some problems. Maybe they have some communication problems, leadership problems. And there's 4 different games. There's the leadership game for leaders, one for communication, one for sales, which I really love. And the 4th one I have is a leadership game for teens. And I have played that with teen groups and young groups. And it's a great way for them to be able to learn and communicate their knowledge about leadership, communication, connecting, and growth. So overall, a great tool for me to have in my kit bag as a coach when I come into a company. So today, I'm gonna put myself to the test, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna roll the dice, and then I've got the cards laid out in front of me from the game, from the leadership game, and then I'm gonna pick a card and we'll see how it goes. All right. So today is Leadership Game Friday, and away we go. I got the dice right here. It's got all the colors. We'll roll it, and it came up pink, which is the follower card. So I'm going to pull the top card off the stack, and let's read what it says. Okay. First of all, this is a debate card. So guys, you're going to have to jump on here and put your comments in, because it's a debate card. So it says, select another player to oppose your view of the following question or statement. And then everybody responds using their debate response card at the end of the debate. And the debate response card is part of the game. Is you got I agree or I disagree. No, it was the other way around. I agree, I disagree. There we go. So here's the statement. The law of magnetism, which it comes out of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. It's chapter 9, the law of magnetism. Who you are is who you attract. Who you attract is not determined by what you want. It's determined by who you are. Ooh, that's a tough question. Do I agree or disagree with that? Well, I'll tell you what, I got to think into that a second, but I agree with that statement that you attract people to you, are attracted to you by who you are, and not necessarily what you want. But that's part of the problem. I've also often seen in organizations where the leader never grows. The leader is stagnant in their position. And because of that, they keep attracting the same type of people to them. And we know that opposites attract. Yes, we got that. But when we have an organization and we keep attracting the same type of people to us, I always think in terms of that's an opportunity for I as a leader to start growing myself. So I start attracting other people. See, I may want somebody of a certain skill set to come work for me. I may want them to be a leader in my company, but they will not come and stay in that company unless they're attracted to that company. And I'll tell you what, the paycheck is not the only thing that attracts you. Okay. Only to a certain level. Yeah. The first few months of the job. Yeah. The paycheck was nice, but it's really the work environment, the atmosphere, the attraction to that company and the leaders in that company that bring people to the company and get them to stay. So as a leader, I'm trying to attract people that I want. But if I'm attracting the same type of people, then I need to grow. I need to grow. I think the more that I grow, and John talks about this in this level 1 to 10 on your scale, your leadership lid. If I'm a 5 in my leadership lid, then I need to grow to a 7 or 8, because then I'm going to attract other 7s, 6s, and 5s to come join me. Because if I'm a 5, a 6 and a 7 level person will not come work for me. They'll only come for a short time and they'll leave. They're not going to stay. So if I want better people, if I want different types of people, then I need to grow myself. And I think that's really important. I also, in my podcast, I've been talking about the climbing of the mountain. And I'm going to get to this one. It just hit me that this connection is that as you climb the mountain, the higher you get up the mountain, the further you see. You get up above the tree line, you see a completely different world that you saw when you were below the tree line, because you could only see the trees. But when you break out above that tree line, you start seeing a whole different world. That's what you got. Because when you get in that world, you start attracting people who understand the world above the tree line. They have seen it too. So they're willing to come with you on the journey. While a lot of people get nervous and afraid to go with you up the mountain because they've never seen above the tree line. And you get nervous and afraid because you've never been up above the tree line, but you know it's there. So that if you want to attract those type of people, you've got to get up there. You got to grow yourself. You got to go on that journey yourself. So yes, I am in agreement that who you attract is not determined by what you want. It's determined by who you are. And if who you are is not attracting the right people, then grow, get better, become a better leader, learn more, expand yourself, not only this way, but this way in terms of the amount of people you influence, the amount of people that you add value to, and increase your leadership level. So that's my thought for today on that card. Okay, that was a lot of information just from one card. If by the way, if you like that concept, if you like to being able to sit down and play a game that has the questions laid out for you and have the members of your organization join you around the table to respond to these series of very insightful leadership questions or communication questions or sales questions, send me a note and see if because we're doing this today with the John Maxwell team. There's 5,000 people out there that in and around that event that are attending. I think they had 85 tables set up today, all doing it virtually. So if we can't meet in person, we can do this virtually and still have an incredible learning experience for your company. So once again, my name is Marshall Townsend. I'm with MT2 Leadership, and this is the Growing Leadership blog. And by the way, I'll just remind you all that next week I was planning to go Wednesday with my Mark Your Ball series. I think I'm going to push that to Friday because John Maxwell's event's going to end late Monday night, and just making sure that it's right for you, that everything's in order for you. I'm going to take a couple of days and do it on Friday. So I'm shooting for Friday on 5 o'clock Mountain Time, and it will be up there so that you can tune in throughout the weekend if you want. So Once again, Marshall Townsend, and I look forward. Keep following and send your comments. You got to answer the other half of this question. It was a challenge question to you. Do you believe the law of magnetism? Who you are is who you attract. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.